Aloha! My name is May, this is Quork, and you're watching our channel, Raven Wing. I'm Kanaka Maoli, that is Native Hawaiian. I grew up in Hawaii, and I think it's fitting to start out this channel by reviewing Chief of War, Episode 5. I'm also an award-winning filmmaker and screenwriter, and so there's that too.
Oh, so fancy!
This review will contain spoilers for episodes 1 through 5. You've been warned. Now, the TV series stars Jason Momoa as Keawe Kai'ana a Ahu'ula, or Kai'ana. It is set in 1800s Hawaii, taking place after the arrival and death of Captain Cook, but before true colonization took place. The episode kicks off with Kamehameha giving a farming lesson to the kids. Taro is like a family. The sprouts coming off the roots are the new children. They're called Oha, which is where Ohana, that is, family, comes from. Basically, Taro equals family equals everyone gets some poi. Kahumanu looks on like a proud preschool mom. Meanwhile, on the steaming lava plains, Keoa is in full teenage drama mode, whining that dad gave the god of war to Kamehameha. His mom is sympathetic. She said she got some of that betrayal pie and tells him this is a test from the gods, so you must do whatever it takes. As she sings a chant of his lineage, he agrees and lets lava steam roast his back like some good pork belly. On the Nootka, Kai'ana and Tony bond over rifle cleaning. Tony's grateful for his freedom but still mocks Kai'ana's obsessive gun scrubbing. Vi joins in the OCD gun teasing, and Kai'ana tries a bite of hardtack, spits it out, and calls it pig shit in Hawaiian.
Oh, delicious!
Then opens up about Hawaiian laws preventing women and men even eating together, her lack of faith in the gods, and the son she abandoned. Kai'ana tells her he thinks things will be as they left them. Back in Kohala, Amake and Kupuohi flirt and cuddle, with him teasing her about her fighting ability. Meanwhile, a Kohala district chief panics. He says war is looming over them and Kamehameha's too busy out farming. Moku and Kahumanu tell him to chill. Kamehameha gave his orders, and until he says otherwise, zip it. But the chief warns, if Kahikili attacks while the island is divided, the blood is on their hands. If you're enjoying this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. As a new channel, we can use any support. Over by the cliffs, John Young spots the Nootka offshore. Kai'ana and crew land, greeted by spears and side-eye. Moku confronts Kai'ana about bringing Europeans and reminds everyone that Kai'ana led Kahikili's sack of Oahu. Kai'ana admits it, but says he's here for redemption. Aren't we all? Then Kai'ana is reunited with his family. John is reunited with his shipmates, and it's a beautiful thing to behold. And which brother will Kupuohi choose?
Aquaman, of course!
Ka'i and his brothers give him the lowdown on Kahikili's imminent invasion of the Big Island and that they have sided with Kamehameha. Kai'ana says they didn't come here to just fish and eat coconuts, they came to prepare. The island's divided and war is coming, though not the one he's bringing.
Ruh-roh!
The council is wary. Kai'ana says, wait, we'll join the fight. And Moku says, we don't need no stinking traitors. But Kahumanu supports Kai'ana, saying a guy who helped Kahikili might know how to defeat him. Moku says Kamehameha is the prophesied one, so there. Kai'ana is, this again? Prophecy? I'm so done with prophecy. And Moku kicks him out. Meanwhile, Vi finds her son and husband in a sweet moment, while back at the village, Namake goes off to pray and Kai'ana is summoned by John Young for a chat with Kahumanu. On the way, John expresses his admiration of the new chiefess. Kai'ana and Kahumanu then share their mutual appreciation for his family's resettlement on Hawaii Island. He warns her about the greedy, gun-happy Europeans on their way, bringing slavery, homelessness, and pandemics. She says Kamehameha might be the prophesied one. Kai'ana says, again? More prophecy? But she invites him to meet the chief anyway. They find Kamehameha knee-deep in Taro, because apparently nothing says the chosen one like mucking around in mud water. Kamehameha says, you brought the paleskins. Do you speak for them? Kai'ana says he does not, but states he has advice. Your duty is to the kingdom, not Keoa. But Kamehameha, a deadly warrior taught by the tiger shark of Ke'ei himself, wants to build a peaceful kingdom with enough poi to go around.
You get some poi, and you get some poi!
Kai'ana is impressed and says, hey, I could be into this farmer king thing. Kamehameha then decrees they'll have a sled race. Yes, really, a sled race. If Kai'ana wins it, he gets a spot on the council. Keoa has a meeting with his district chiefs. He wants to attack and get back the god of war from Kamehameha. But the chiefs say, there may be a reason your dad didn't give it to you. Maybe Kamehameha is better suited to lead the armies. After Keoa has a minor hissy fit, the chiefs decide they need more time to consider. During the high-speed, high-stakes sled ride down a lava track, Kai'ana puts his head down, blinding himself, and pulls ahead. Then they fly off a cliff into the ocean, and Kamehameha is thrilled that his new buddy is so reckless. Later, Kaiana flexes for the council, taking them to the ship to see his sparkling clean guns. The red-mouthed weapons are now Kamehamehas. Meanwhile, despite her wavering, romance reignites between Kupuohi and Kaiana, and Namake deals with his jealousy by purifying his body and soul in the sea. As the dawn arrives, he prays with a chant, that is, an oli, greeting the dawn and signaling his moving on to a new chapter, accepting the loss of his beloved Kupuohi. Kaiana's ohana are unaware that Keoa and a few good men are busy torching one of Kamehameha's food caches like it's a barbecue. During this, we hear a chant, and it is one of war. It is sung by Kamakaiva Kanaka Maoli, and some of the lyrics, with my rough translation, read, "Finished with a little, finished with a lot, so finished, the most finished. Make the village of Hilo red in the dark night. I'm sorry for your death." Yes, the war is on. Now before my review, I will say I'm speaking from my knowledge gained through growing up in Hawaii, including Hawaiiana classes at Kamehameha School. I also studied ancient Hawaiian religion at the university as an adult, but I know many of you may have different opinions, and I welcome your comment. So looking at this episode, what really struck me were the evocative themes reflected in the character arcs. We see several characters finding joy in being reunited with their loved ones and an emphasis on wanting to preserve what the past has been. On the ship, Kaiana expresses his confidence that Hawaii will be the same as when he left. To him, it's confirmed, especially with the repetition of belief and prophecy. Keoa expresses his entitled anger that his place as head of the kingdom has been weakened by Kamehameha's possession of the war god. Vi wonders if she'll be accepted by her family, and it's clear from this scene she still has a deep need for the love she once had with them. The council is unwilling to accept a new point of view and won't even let the crew come ashore. They are deeply defensive, and this is reflected by what Kamehameha said in prior episodes, that he does not wish to tear apart the kingdom. Namake wishes to keep Kupuohi as his lover, of course, and though John is used sparingly in the episode, he emphasizes how remarkable the island and its culture are and decides to help protect it in the upcoming conflict. But despite this, the specter of war bringing huge change is looming over every single one of them. The coming of Kaiana and the Nutka are the start, and he warns Kahumanu that ships will be here bringing all the pilikia, that is trouble, of the outside world. The episode also sees characters adapt to the coming changes. Kaiana risks bodily injury in the sled race to gain a voice on the council. The Oli prayer sung at the start is about standing in the fire, which this dangerous race is akin to. This is the second time Kaiana has gone off a cliff into the ocean, and it's a fitting marker on his journey. Change can be compared to going off a cliff into the unknown. Speaking of water, Keoa allows ocean water heated by lava to burn him to express his devotion to the gods and his cause. Now, the Hawaiians of this period did engage in human sacrifice, where they roasted people to make them more appealing to the gods. Is Keoa's self-cooking the foreshadowing of his fate? We shall see. Like in the last episode, this one ends with a fire, which he set, not Kaiana. The two fires also serve to illustrate the differences between the two men. Kaiana set the fire to free the slaves in Zamboanga for altruistic reasons, while Keoa set the fire to start a war for selfish reasons, to get the god of war for himself. He is doing this despite the fact that his own chiefs and Kamehameha have declined to seek war for now. Ka'ahumanu speaks up in her new role as chiefess, and brings Kaiana to Kamehameha. Namake cleanses himself through ceremony, song, and the ocean waves. Vi goes to meet her family despite her fears, and the council have perhaps changed their minds upon seeing the red-mouthed weapons. I really like how the themes are coming out in the characters' situations, emotions, and motivations, not just their words. It's what we call showing, not telling in the business. So for character and theme, I'm giving a 10. So before I discuss the plot, we would so appreciate if you could support our new channel by checking out or ordering from my online store on Etsy.com. It's called Mayflower Art, and I have designed over 300 art prints that can meet anyone's decorating or gifting needs on paper or canvas, with or without frames. See the link below.
Art good!
Now the plot slows down a bit here. The last episode came to an end in fire, violence, and killing, so it's a welcome breather. just as the characters are preparing for the wars to come, the episode prepares the viewers for them too. We have been waiting for Kaiana's return, and the joy and the group hug gave me the tingles.
Oh, the cute.
However, the plot does progress here on a more emotional level and still pops at the end with the sled race and the fire, so I'm giving it a 10. Now, I am having a little fun with the emphasis of so many characters on prophecy, but it is important to understand that this is the world these characters lived in, where reverence for the gods dominated all their actions. To the Hawaiians, the gods lived in every aspect of the landscape. The earth, plants, rocks, and animals, and people acted accordingly. Of course, many did express their doubts, as seen with Vi in this episode, saying she never saw the gods, she just heard men saying that's what the gods want. And Kahumanu also tells John the same in the last episode. Regardless, to any Hawaiian seething over my irreverence, please know that I have a deep respect for Old Hawai'i, its culture, and Kamehameha. I was just raised by a Hawaiian man with a sense of humor. As always, Hawaii as a location shines with its natural beauty, and the cinematography and color grading is gorgeous. The acting is amazing with so many newcomers. I really enjoy Kaiana's meeting with Kamehameha and the quiet wisdom and confidence that emanated from Kaina Makua, who plays the great chief. Teaching about and working with Taro is actually in his wheelhouse. Kaina was actually a taro farmer before he played this role. He was discovered on the beach at a canoe regatta by Jason Momoa, and I'm wondering if they filmed in his own taro field. Now, in Old Hawai'i, a man of Kamehameha's royal status would not have been farming taro, but perhaps this is a case of art imitating life. I'm also enjoying Kaiana's stern exterior cracking a bit, and I absolutely love Momoa's performance here, with his exuberance when he sees his family, and his enjoyment of humor with his brothers and Tony with their naughty metaphors. Regardless, I'm giving the acting and cinematography a 10. You can probably tell that I am loving the music. I grew up with this chanting, and it is a direct connection to my past and Hawaii's past. So, another 10. The sets, props, and costuming are all very authentic. I didn't grow up on the Big Island, so I'm not familiar with volcano sledding, but my great-grandmother did tell me how she would sled down the hills on cardboard as a child. So, for authenticity, a 10. In an upcoming review, I will talk more deeply about the meanings of the various props and also the controversy over the show being filmed in Olelo, Hawaii, the Native Hawaiian language. But I'm running out of time, and so I'll end by giving the show a 10. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Mahalo for watching. Parting is such sweet sorrow, and to you I say, aloha oi.
I'm giving a 10 to Jason Momoa for his pecs.
Hey, what you staring at?